Hi guys, we're Real Sensi. We're here today with Focus Music. How are you guys doing? Woo! Can you guys all just introduce yourself and your position?
My name is Dan, and I play percussion.
Eee.
My name's Dakota, and I play drums.
Nice.
My name is Michael, and I play guitar.
My name is John, and I play bass.
My name is Josh, and I play guitar and vocals for Fohkus.
Very cool. How'd you guys all get your start in music?
I think for everyone, to be quite honest, we haven't known each other for that long. So for me, it's been about, I want to say like 15 years. So roughly when I was 15, so that tells you how old I am now, right? When I was 15 years old, started in the ska scene. So ska was really, I guess, the biggest influence in music for me. Other than that, I played with different bands here and there, but I never really took it seriously until I met these guys because I feel like they have the same passion and ambition that I do.
For me, I would have to say I was 15 as well. It's been 12 years now, so that should tell you my age. I started playing hardcore music, actually with Coda. We started playing, yeah. So we started playing hardcore music. Yeah, that's been my thing for like the longest, and it's been maybe about I want to say 3 years since I dabbled into reggae. And honestly, I'm still learning, you know. So, but yeah. So that, I mean, I just since 15, I was always a metalhead, listening to metal, grunge.
Same with me.
Yeah, right. And so after that, literally the band that got me to into reggae was this band called Cora. And once I listened to them, it just got addicted to it and wanting to play. And meeting these guys, it was giving me the opportunity to do so. So
That's awesome.
yeah.
Well, I grew up in a town that was kind of rock and roll, so we had a watermelon festival every year. Hey, every year, and I would see this like rock band, Clean Slate play, and to this day they still do that shit. And that ever since then I've been listening to rock and roll. So
There you go.
That day changed your life.
oh yeah, every year.
Yeah, kind of. I mean, to touch on what John was saying, I started playing a lot of metal and hardcore, and I mean, I grew up listening to all different types of music, mainly a lot of hip hop, R&B, soul, things of that nature. And then, yeah, did the hardcore thing for a while, and it was cool. It was fun. But then I met, through playing with John and different projects, he brought the opportunity to me, and I thought it was a great opportunity to take. And I'm so glad that I did because I met these guys through it. And yeah, it's been a great it's been a great experience. Definitely been challenging for me as a drummer because coming from a metal background and then going into reggae, where it's definitely two different kind of feels,
Definitely.
you know. But a lot of people have told me to embrace the fact that I hit hard and things like that. So I've been just trying to go with it, and yeah, it's been great.
That's awesome.
I started since I was 16. I'm 36 now. So dang. Yo, you know what I'm saying? Anyways, I've been playing music since very young, from playing stuff like cumbias and norteñas and Spanish music to going into rock, and then doing playing funk at school, playing jazz in jazz bands and in band too. It's been amazing. So right now I play percussion, which I love because it's just kind of like a good layer to any type of music, and it's been a thrill working with such professionals. I really do feel like that when I come in here. I'm so privileged to be in a room with such group of dudes that are just really pro about their stuff, So I'm really lucky to be here, and yeah,
That's awesome.
been great.
You gotta have the passion, you know. So, what's your guys' main goal when it comes to making music?
I think for me, the goal is to find a place where you can release stress, right? And for me, that's what music is. You could play a couple notes. Doesn't have to be anything crazy, but just the fact that you're playing music and you're releasing stress through emotions or problems that you go through the day is rewarding. You know, it's rewarding. So I think for me is to be able to create music with my brothers here and ultimately just play what we want to play, you know?
That's the way to go.
Yeah, right. I think for me, I definitely have to piggyback what Josh was saying. On add to the fact that I've always been really big on message and lyrics. Um, I really believe that if the lyrics mean something, that the listener will definitely feel what the person is trying to say. Added to the fact with the music, it just creates an experience. Like for me, kind of going off of like topic with reggae, like one of the biggest albums for me was from this band called Glassjaw, album called Worship and Tribute, and I can listen to that album all day. You know what I mean? All day. Yeah, and it'll never get old. And that essentially for my goal, that's what I want is for the listener to just always put that album on repeat.
That's so awesome.
Yeah.
And I could tell you guys definitely in your music like are trying to have a message, and it's so cool. Like seeing everyone's like reaction and stuff. It's amazing. Would you describe your music to someone who's never heard it before?
Ooh, perfect, perfect. I already know this answer. I already said it. It's like a little bit psychedelic. It's like a little psychedelic reggae. It's kind of cool.
Psychedelic rock.
Yeah, it's a little bit dark, and then there's some major lead lines in there that cheer you up and positive lyrics. So a little
go.
psychedelic. Yeah.
Well said.
Yeah.
What was it like recording your guys' Reaching Heights EP with Big G?
So little behind the scenes, me and Josh actually wrote the whole EP before we got the members, and we ended up getting Coda and Mike added some licks to the EP to give his touch. But we started the band in January, and it was Josh and I. We had this goal that each month we were gonna write a song, and it ended up, completely just picking up. We ended up writing the EP by like March. So yeah, which was crazy to me, and honestly, Big G was a big help, a big contributing factor. When I spoke with him, I kind of just told him what we were looking for, and he really was just like all ears and all in.
That's cool.
Yeah, so it's crazy because now, jumping a couple months forward, we're releasing the EP, and honestly, the songs live give it a completely different life as compared to the EP. Yeah, so, but yeah, the EP was essentially at first it was just writing a song each month until the end of the year to see what we can come up with, and then it ended up being what's gonna come out on the 31st.
That's awesome.
But kind of switching it out to the live performances. These guys when we picked them to play for us, just gave it a completely different feel.
Yeah.
And honestly a lot better.
That's awesome.
Because like Mike was saying, we kind of developed this psychedelic dark sound mixed with the reggae, which was not something that we were expecting at first.
My bad.
Yeah, right. No. But honestly, it's cool because you get an experience in the live performances, and personally for me, I mean, I don't really know a lot of groups out there kind of giving that sound.
You can
so
definitely feel the vibe when you're like at your show. Like we've been to 2 of your shows now.
sweet.
Both
Yeah, man.
times were
Thank
like-
you. And and it's and
Dive
honestly,
straight into the music,
and I mean, and I don't know if I answered your question, but I mean, I'm just
That's
talking about the music. It's, I mean, it's just crazy what it's developed into, and it just for the people who get the EP and listen to it and hear our live performances, I think it'll be cool. It's a different experience.
Definitely. That's awesome.
So yeah, that's my answer.
So bouncing off of that, how was it playing at the Garden Amp with like a packed crowd? Because I feel like you guys drew in the biggest crowd. That was mind-blowing.
That was epic, guys. That was epic to see the community, to see the the people. They're having a great time. Everybody had a blast that day, and to play with such a lineup where they just kept that energy going, it was good. And I believe that with the team with Focus, just to kind of piggyback the question of what the ultimate goal is, it's just that it's bringing that vibe out.
Exactly.
That synergy, I guess, if you want to, if I may. But it's just one of those things that when we were there at the Garden Am, it felt surreal. I know that it's not like the Red Rocks or anything, but it felt that it had that feeling, that vibe. But what I liked about it, it's not so big,
Yeah.
but it's not so small. It's very, very intimate. So I had a great time.
Yeah, it was an awesome show.
I mean, kind of just to go a little bit off of that though too, because I think everybody was thinking it, and we just had a quick little run through of our songs right now, and I think for the longest time, once we did get the announcement that the show was going to happen, and mind you, we had planned to not play a show till the new year.
Yeah.
So the fact that the opportunity came up and we felt like we were ready enough to go out there and showcase ourselves in our
you guys
music.
crushed it.
So and thank you, because that right there, I think that's what I feel the most. I mean, the venue was amazing. I've never gotten to play like something like that before, so that was awesome in itself. But I think it was more of an accomplishment for us as a whole to come out there, showcase ourselves, and get a nice reaction.
That's awesome.
So I think it was definitely a great
That's
time.
super sick. What are some of the things you guys like to do to get inspired to write music?
I smoke a lot of weed.
There you go. That helps it.
Be outside. Take days off. Do stuff when you're supposed to be working. Take the day off and chill out.
There you go.
Work's gonna be there tomorrow. If you don't get fired, don't get fired.
Yeah, right.
Be outside. Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, for sure. I think for me, becoming a better person, being in this band has helped me become a better person.
Yeah.
Because I feel like I've seen growth in 6 months with music, and that kind of allows me to translate that into my own life. So I feel like if I can grow somewhere so fast, I can do the same thing with my dad's life, right, or my family life. So I think, to me, that's what it's about.
It's all
being
about
able
growth.
being able to grow with not just music, but in life itself too. That's awesome.
Yeah, that's amazing what you could take from life and just the lessons and just the journey. It's awesome. Like, you get to talk about it, What was the hardest thing you guys have had to overcome as a band?
Are we gonna have an intervention right now? Is that what's going on? No, I think for me personally, I don't know about these guys, but I think definitely kind of, as Dan just said, scheduling has definitely been an issue, just because we have so many people we all have our lives, we have things that we got to take care of, and different priorities, but the fact of the matter is that everybody makes the time to get out here and and do this.
You gotta
So
show.
I think for that matter, just getting everybody together and just kind of being on that same page,
Definitely. That's awesome.
So, I mean, that's my opinion. It's never failed every Tuesday, right? Yeah, no, it's been consistent, man. It's been consistent,
good.
so that's cool.
You got to keep it persistent.
Yeah.
Keep going. Is there anything you guys would want to change looking back at everything you guys have done so far? If not, that's fine.
Not so much change, but I guess we want a lot more.
Yeah.
As a group of guys, and we really essentially don't really. We had just gelled into that chemistry where why change what's already just thriving inside. So to me, it's more of what we want and what we want to reach, and how reaching those goals has been like what's changed my life in this band is reaching goals. Here you go.
There you go.
No, I mean, yeah, I wouldn't really change anything that we've experienced or looking back, just because we wouldn't be in this position where, like Dan was saying, we built that chemistry and we just gel. If anything, I mean, speaking for myself, like, I'm just looking forward to the obstacles moving forward and where we end up, because I've told these guys before, it's like where we're at now isn't necessarily where we're gonna be a year from now or 2 years from now. So it's just like how Josh was saying, reaching heights. Like essentially, that's what the song is about. Is kind of moving forward and overcoming those obstacles and just looking forward to what's to come.
Yep.
So I mean, that's
It
what I
only
think
gets
of.
harder, but you just gotta
Every
stay
time.
persistent,
Yeah,
you
and
know?
it's
That's
also
all.
too like talking about like what Kodo was saying with the scheduling, and like everybody does have a busy schedule,
Yeah.
but we've been very consistent with coming here and putting in the work, and
Exactly.
that to me is a testament to like the commitment to this band and
Yep.
what we want out of this. So yeah, I wouldn't change anything.
That's awesome. Definitely. Yeah, you guys have accomplished a lot so far in the
Sweet,
short
thank
amount
you,
of
man.
time. So
Hell yeah.
that's super awesome, you know? Would you guys have any advice that you would give to someone trying to follow in your footsteps?
Just be the student of the game, man. Just always learn. Never think that you already know this stuff because like I said, I've been playing music for almost 12 years and I still don't know what I'm doing. To be honest with you, I mean, I just find myself with a good group of dudes and know that everybody's on the same page and we want the same goal and there's really no other there's really nothing else. It's just putting in the work and
Yep,
and really just being committed and dedicated.
definitely.
I guess that'd be my advice. What about you guys?
Nah, I just have to say this because I mean, on a personal level, I've always been somebody who always second guesses himself. Any artist really would, but the only thing that I could say going, for somebody who would want to try and do the same thing is to really, like he said, be a student to the craft, but also stay true to yourself. And I know as corny and cliche as it might sound, but like really feel comfortable in your own skin and don't fake the funk and
Exactly.
really just own it and be you because that's what
just
people want to
ride the
see. They don't want to
wave.
see so at least for me that's how I've definitely looked at it going
That's
forward.
awesome.
So
If I could say one thing to anyone that's trying to do this is fall in love with something first. Fall in love with one thing or one instrument or one song or just fall in love with something first before you do anything. It might not be music. It could be being a chef. It could be being a comedian. It can be, being podcasters or being in the media. It's fall in love with it. Fall in love with it because if you can't fall in love with it, you're not even gonna love yourself doing it.
Just keep doing what makes you happy, and it will definitely show.
Absolutely.
People will see that. Who would you guys say is your biggest inspiration? Musical inspiration.
We can go one by one with this one.
Yeah. I listen to all types of music, so I can't really pinpoint anything other than genre. So R&B, reggae, jazz, ska music, hip hop, Spanish music, and then listening to these guys as well. I feel like my inspiration comes from having a tune in my head and then knowing exactly what Coda's gonna play, or knowing exactly what John's gonna play, or Mike's little da 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 da, right? And then Dan coming in and backing everything up. I feel like they're my inspiration as well as all the genres that I really
Definitely.
enjoy listening to.
They all inspire you.
I can't top that, dude.
You guys all
I
bring out
really
your
can't.
different tastes.
No, yeah, no, for real. But I mean, as far as like my inspiration, as far as bass is concerned, I mean, really the only reason why I started playing bass was because of Timmy C from Rage. Like just the way he has reggae feel, you know. Yeah, dude, he's amazing, and anybody that's seen me play, you could definitely see the similarities. Like I legit just kind of took inspiration on how he plays. Yeah, he's like my biggest idol when it comes to bass playing, but also too like, not trying to copy Josh, but like, definitely hearing these guys and knowing where they were in the beginning and where they're at now really inspires me because it allows me and it gives me faith and hope that like shit, like I can get better too.
Exactly.
It's, like I said, it's always you're just the student of a game. Like you're never just content
follow
or
the
complacent. Like I always want to get better and just jamming with people who are better than you or like growing with you. Yeah, definitely inspires me. So
That's
your turn, Mike.
amazing.
I made you watch like 30 minutes of Santana videos today. So I don't know, all the Guitar Heroes. That's what gets me pumped.
Nice.
Yeah.
There you go.
I like that. Yeah, no, I mean, not even to go too deep into, like, it's true. I did grow up on a lot of different genres, so that I think that definitely feeds into inspiration, because I definitely like to try and pull from all these different things. But I think, even for me, even right now, like, something that's really inspiring is by making, I feel like nowadays you can go into a studio and, create something so beautiful, so perfect, but I think what you create as a whole, and even live, is what really inspires me to try and create something, because again, you can perfect something so much in a studio, but what you do, it really, really showcases what you're about, and I think that's something that truly inspires me for sure.
That's amazing.
Uh, Currently, what inspires me is probably the people around me. If it's
Yeah.
not my family, my kids, these group of guys, is probably the perseveration that we have. We like really want to, we really want to go get it, and that's what inspires me right now. Being a part of a group that wants to do it together, that want to go, accomplish a lot together. That's what's inspiring me right now.
That's amazing. Are there any artists you would like to collaborate with in the future?
Yeah, absolutely. All our friends, all our friends. Everyone that's rocking it right now. I can name a bunch of them, but I'm going to miss a bunch of them too. So all of you know exactly who I'm talking about.
There you go.
Yeah.
I'm right there with you, bro.
You feel me?
Yeah, I'm right there. Yeah, there's really, I think that speaks for all of us, okay? Yeah, so.
Nice. What's your favorite thing about the whole reggae scene?
Favorite.
Yeah.
There's a lot of shows.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I like that it starts on Wednesday and it goes all the way to Sunday.
Yeah. Right?
Reggae Wednesday. I like the support that everyone gives each other. All the bands try to help each other out. It definitely is a scene. It's really strong down here too. And for us, I think we were given the opportunity to play through our friends Khalifa, to play this show at the Garden Amphitheater, and that really opened up the doors for us to meet other bands that are also playing music and doing things to not just play, but also put out like a positive message. And for us, it's our stress reliever. But if we can help someone with that too, cool.
Yep.
You know.
There you go.
But yeah, that's my answer.
That's a great answer. Is there anyone you guys would like to shout out that has helped you throughout your whole musical journey?
Currently, Big G.
Big G.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was definitely a major factor in the startup of this band. I mean, even now with the release of the EP, I definitely feel that dude, as far as producing and recording, works harder than
Yeah.
any other person that I've ever known.
Yeah, he goes in.
Yeah, you know what I mean? And I'm not the only one who thinks the same way. Like,
Yeah.
that dude is a fucking beast.
Yeah.
So I would have to say, for me personally, right now at this moment that I can think of is Big G.
There you go.
What about you guys?
Stand up, dude.
Yeah, absolutely.
Our families and friends as well too. I think those are the people that continue to support us, because this isn't easy. We all, like Dakota was saying, we all have personal lives too, but we can't continue living our personal lives if this isn't fulfilled, because this is what makes our personal lives good. You know. So yeah, I love these guys. These guys are my brothers or family, and yeah.
The connection, the strong connection.
Cool.
It's amazing. What is your guys' next step for Fohkus after the EP drops?
We can't share that kind of information right now.
Alrighty, you guys are gonna love this question, but since we're Real Sensi, what's your guys' favorite strain?
Ooh, I think that's a question for.
Yeah, there you go. That's
Mike.
you guys.
Whoa, why
Or
gotta do me
Dakota.
like that? Favorite strain? Definitely OG, but anything you can grow in your backyard and smoke for free.
Ooh,
There you go.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
No, I definitely like a good OG, but I like Girl Scout cookies, man. It's a little bit of best of both worlds, and I like an indica, so it's just like, again, it's just right up my alley. You know, it's
Nice.
perfect.
Awesome.
Especially for sure, Gorilla Glue, 2G4, that's good,
That's our
and
G right there.
Purple Punch. Purple Punch as of late has been oof. Purple Punch.
Purple Punch is fire. Well, we definitely appreciate. Or if you guys want to answer too.
I like a good stout. Good stout, a pale ale, you know? No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah,
Same.
same.
Well, we really appreciate you guys having us. We're definitely going to try and do a part 2, get some other things in the works. So make sure you guys check out their EP, October 31st, Reaching Heights. We're Real Sensi. This is Fohkus Music. And we out.